Props to Charles Barkley because he said that he thinks Caitlin Clark is getting too much exposure and that it's not a good light on WNBA legends. Mic drop, mic drop, mic drop. And I agree with him. She's been so overly talked about that it's like it's like they just out to make her to be the great white savior and hope that's what it comes down to. You know, they know the WNBA has predominantly been dominated by African American women, but the great white savior hope, you know how it goes. Read between the lines. That's what it's about. It's like, well, we got one of our own. Now we're going to, because all of a sudden, it's always with everything in America with 3Ks. It always is the same intersection. You know, they play a role like, well, okay, you're in, but when we get one of our own and then we can put the money behind, then we're gonna really get back at it. It's like all these times they had to have the right type of face and image to sell it. It's just like clockwork. It's not based on actually, yeah, she can score, but did she win the chip? Did she underachieve? I need someone like Shannon Sharp to have that same energy like he did for Shaquille O'Neal. Ain't you supposed to win? That's why I got a beef with so-called journalists and all the ones who slurp her up. It has been an insult to Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, you know. And I can name other great WNBA legends. You know, it's a lot that haven't gotten their due. And it does feel like a one-sided affair. And this great white hype princess comes along and they're going to just bestow everything upon her. And they're just going to act like the ones that came before didn't matter. It's kind of like it takes me back in the NBA in the 80s when Brent Musburger had the great Bill Russell as a commentator on the CBS broadcast. And he turned to him and said, "Isn't Larry Bird great? Isn't he just great?" And Bill Russell was like, "I was told I was pretty great myself." This is the level where it becomes racial, whether Caitlin Clark acknowledges or not. Because if you don't speak out or you don't see what they're doing, there's an agenda involved. It always is. And it's always a racial component when it's black and white and there's money involved. Let's not get it twisted. 9 times, 10 times out of 9, it's a racial component, especially when it's black and white. There's money to be made. Crossover appeal. Everybody's argument is, well, there's more 90, 87% black players. So what's the problem when you start talking about ownership, when you start talking about general managers, ownership, when you start talking about marketing? There's not been Candace Parker didn't get the marketing that this girl is getting. Now, just keeping it 100. Show me an African American WNBA player. Angel Reese ain't getting half the marketing that Caitlin Clark is getting. The agenda is alive and well. They go out of their way. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like them out. Peace.